Bobby Walthour Sr. called Atlanta his home, although he came from Walthourville near Savannah. He began as a bicycle messenger in the 1890s, and he loved to ride fast. He won races up and down the eastern seaboard. With his blonde hair and blue eyes, Walthour turned into the South's first major sports hero. Ty Cobb, 8 years younger, earned $5,000 playing for the Detroit Tigers. Walthour made more than $20,000 racing his bicycle throughout the world.
The Walthour family is one of the most colorful families in American cycling, and the Walthour family is to American cycling what the Kennedys are to American politics.
In 1903, paired with Benny Monroe of Memphis, Walthour won the Garden Six for the second time. France's Lucien Petit-Breton and a French compatriot managed sixth. Monsieur Petit-Breton went back to France and won the Tour de France twice. Newspaper reporters nicknamed Walthour the Dixie Flyer. The esteemed Atlanta Journal reporter Grantland Rice often wrote about Walthour, including this account.
For Walthour Road, it was a dash such as thrills one to the very marrow, one that should live in the history of cycling annals. For track records were smashed to smithereens, and the big crowd lifted to its feet in the wildest outburst of enthusiasm that has ever echoed and re-echoed through the walls of the Colosseum.
Walthour received a $10,000 offer to race in Paris. He specialized in the glamorous but often fatal event of pacing at speed behind motorcycles.
He was a motor pace racer, and that was probably one of the most dangerous sports in the world, because you fall on a track there, you can get run over by a motorcycle.
He won the 1904 Motor Paced World Championship in London and the 1905 Worlds in Antwerp, Belgium. He also continued racing 6 days each winter. Walthour's competitor in cycling, in rivalry for the same lady's affection, was John M. Chapman of suburban Atlanta's College Park. Chapman's girlfriend Daisy watched him race and cheered. Walthour beat him often and won Daisy's affection. Walthour and Daisy rode on a tandem to a justice of the peace and eloped. The couple went to France. Chapman, meanwhile, quit the sport to prospect for gold in Nevada. There he met another prospector named George Louis Tex Rickard, a former Texas cattle rancher and town marshal. They failed to hit pay dirt and went their separate ways. Rickard stayed in Nevada and tried boxing promotion, considered the red light district of sports. Chapman moved to Salt Lake City and managed its outdoor bicycle racing track at the Salt Palace. After a few years, Chapman visited Newark, New Jersey. The Newark Velodrome's grandstand and bleachers seated 12,500. Only when the tickets sold out would the overflow crowd go to watch the Class A Newark Bears, Yankees' farm team, play baseball. Chapman wanted to take advantage of the Northeast network of railroad lines connecting cities and their velodromes. He took over managing the Newark Velodrome. He also wasted no time securing Madison Square Garden's annual International Six-Day in November 1908. Afterward, he shipped across the Atlantic for excursions in Paris, London, and Berlin to sign up talent for the next Garden Six-Day. By 1910, Chapman learned about a hot young cyclist in Sydney, Australia, Alf Coulette.
I got my bicycle, first bicycle, I think, when I was 12. And of course, bike racing was popular in the country at the time. And I thought, I'd like to race.
The Aussie had won 6 days in Melbourne and Sydney. Chapman admired Australians. He sent Coulette a cable with an offer to pay ship's passage to Vancouver, Canada, and a train ticket to Newark, if Coulette would race for him.
Because John had been there as a bike rider, been to Australia. And then he got back, he came back to America, and then he got, racing, and at the same time doing a little promoting, I think. Promoting the races, you see. And so he sent me a ticket. And I came.